There have long been rumours about Keir Starmer's private life, and they certainly aren't to do with any kind of doubts over his sexuality, if I can put it delicately. Okay. They are to do with his past and what the shape of his family really looks like.
Keir Starmer's political career could be over. Isabel Oakeshott, the renowned investigative journalist, just exposed a scandal on live TV that could destroy everything Starmer has built. What was revealed? Keep watching, because this could change everything we thought we knew about Starmer's Labour Party. In recent years, Keir Starmer's Labour Party has faced its fair share of controversies and challenges. But this latest scandal is unlike any other. Isabel Oakeshott, known for her investigative tenacity, appeared on live TV and dropped a bombshell about Keir Starmer's leadership. This revelation has the potential to tear apart his entire political career and the Labour Party as we know it. In this video, we'll dive into what was exposed, why it matters, and how it could change the political landscape. Stick around, this is going to be explosive.
Matt Hancock says what you've done is a massive betrayal. He's right, isn't he?
I'm really happy to address that question. Look, the betrayal was of the entire population in a deeply flawed response to the pandemic. Every single one of us in this country is paying the price for the mistakes made, and it is incumbent on me as a journalist sitting on 2.3 million words that cast an extraordinary light on what was really going on to get that out there.
Keir Starmer has spent years building his reputation as the leader of the Labour Party, positioning himself as the man who would bring transparency, integrity, and new energy to the party. After the tumultuous years under Jeremy Corbyn, Labour needed someone to restore confidence and credibility. Starmer presented himself as that person, a leader who would leave behind the scandals of the past and move forward with clarity and purpose. But what if Starmer's vision of transparency was nothing but a facade? What if, behind the polished exterior, there was a darker truth lurking that could destroy everything he stands for? That's exactly what Isabel Oakeshott exposed in a shocking live TV interview that has since sent shockwaves through British politics. The controversy centers around a massive financial scandal involving Southport, a constituency Labour was determined to win back. Southport was once a stronghold for Labour, but in recent years, the constituency has increasingly leaned towards the Conservative Party. For Starmer and Labour, winning back Southport was crucial to proving their relevance and effectiveness. However, a massive scandal has now come to light that could undermine Labour's chances, and it all begins with the misuse of millions of pounds intended for local development projects. Isabel Oakeshott, known for her investigative journalism and her role in breaking major political stories, revealed that large sums of money earmarked for infrastructure improvements in Southport had vanished without a trace. The money was supposed to be used to repair roads, revitalize public spaces, and improve the overall infrastructure of the area. Instead, Oakeshott's investigation found that the funds had been misappropriated, leaving the local community to suffer without the promised improvements. At first, many people assumed this was just a case of poor management, a mistake that could be explained away. But Oakeshott's findings suggested something much more serious. According to Oakeshott, high-ranking officials within Starmer's leadership team were fully aware of the scandal and, instead of addressing it, chose to cover it up. The funds were misused, and no one took action until Oakeshott uncovered the truth and exposed it to the public. The implications of this revelation are devastating. Starmer has spent years telling the British public that he would be a transparent and honest leader. He has portrayed himself as someone who would never allow corruption or financial mismanagement to tarnish the reputation of the Labour Party. But now, with Oakeshott's bombshell, the question arises, how could Starmer allow this to happen under his watch? And, more importantly, why didn't he take action sooner? What makes this scandal even more troubling is that Oakeshott's investigation suggests this wasn't an isolated incident. In fact, it could be part of a larger pattern of financial mismanagement and cover-ups within the Labour Party under Starmer's leadership. Oakeshott uncovered evidence that multiple similar cases of fund misappropriation had occurred in other areas, all under the watchful eye of Starmer and his inner circle. The question on everyone's mind now is, why didn't Starmer act? Was he deliberately trying to protect the party from scandal ahead of the upcoming general election? Did he believe that covering up the truth was more politically advantageous than facing the fallout? These questions remain unanswered, and as Oakeshott continues to dig deeper, more troubling revelations are likely to surface. Isabel Oakeshott's decision to break this story on live TV was calculated. By exposing this information in such a public and dramatic fashion, she forced Starmer into a corner. There was no way for him to ignore the accusations or sweep them under the rug. The public's reaction was swift and unforgiving. Social media erupted with hashtags like #LaborCoverup, with people demanding answers from Starmer and his team. As Oakeshott's investigation gained traction, more people began to question Starmer's leadership and the integrity of his party. Labour's long-standing reputation for championing working-class communities and fighting for social justice was now at risk. If the public believed that Starmer had allowed financial mismanagement and corruption to thrive under his leadership, they would no longer trust him to lead the country. The timing of this scandal could not be worse for Starmer and Labour. With the general election fast approaching, Labour can ill afford to lose any more credibility. This scandal could be the final straw that alienates voters who are already on the fence about supporting the party. For many, the question now is, how can Labour claim to be the party of the people when it can't even manage its own finances responsibly? The accusations don't stop with financial mismanagement. Oakeshott also uncovered evidence that several whistleblowers who attempted to expose the truth behind the Southport scandal were silenced. Some were reportedly threatened, while others were pushed out of the party entirely. This revelation paints a chilling picture of a party willing to go to extreme lengths to protect its reputation, even at the expense of those who are brave enough to speak out. This aspect of the story has drawn widespread condemnation. In a democratic society, whistleblowers should be protected and encouraged, not silenced and punished. If the Labour Party, under Starmer's leadership, is willing to treat whistleblowers this way, it raises serious questions about the party's commitment to accountability and transparency. But it's not just about Southport. Oakeshott's investigation points to a larger issue within the Labour Party. The party's failure to effectively address key issues such as economic inequality, housing, and education has been widely criticized. Despite promises to address these problems, Starmer's Labour Party has struggled to deliver on its promises. The Southport scandal only adds to the growing sense that Labour is out of touch with the people it claims to represent. The revelations about financial mismanagement also highlight a broader issue: the inability of Labour's leadership to manage and oversee its own affairs. If Starmer cannot manage a local constituency's finances properly, how can he be trusted to run the country? The political fallout from this scandal could be immense. Labour MPs are already beginning to question Starmer's leadership, and some are openly calling for him to step down. If Labour cannot recover from this scandal, it could lead to a loss of seats in the upcoming general election and a further erosion of the party's power. The Labour Party has long prided itself on being the party of the people, the working-class champion. But scandals like this undermine that image, making it harder for the party to win back the trust of voters. And if Starmer is unable to take decisive action in the coming weeks, the damage could be irreparable. If you want to stay updated on the latest political scandals, make sure to subscribe now for more in-depth analysis.